Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. What you're looking at here is my credit scores from April 9th. These are my FICO scores. As you see, this is the FICO score 8. As you see right here, my TransUnion is actually pretty low. And that's because I had a collection that I had got off of Experian last year around October, November. That collection came back on my TransUnion report and tanked my score tremendously. All right. Also, what happened was I paid off my student loans finally. I paid off the student loans and the score went down a little bit. But since the collection hit TransUnion, that score tanked, especially when I paid off the student loan. It was just terrible. I mean, I dropped maybe like 60 points or something like that. Something crazy. I think it was 48 or 50, 60, something like that. But it was high. It was a lot of points. And so now we're talking about April 9th. Here I am at Experian at 665. I'm at Equifax at 668. But then my TransUnion is way down here. All of these went down since I paid down that. Since I paid off the student loan. Paid off the student loan in February. And all of these went down. These were actually, I think this was like 689, and this was I believe it was 690. I believe up there. So I was not too far. I think I was at 694 actually, so I wasn't too far from a 700. But remember, when you pay off a loan, it still calculates the loan, but it's not taking into account the balance of the loan. It just have the time frame of that loan now. So it's calculating the time frame and that you did pay it off, but it's not calculating the amount of the loan and the payment history, because you're not making payments on it anymore. So the account is actually closed. So all of that has an effect on your credit score. So I actually dropped, but you see it's going back up, it's climbing. Actually, now my new Experian FICO score now for May is, let me show you. Okay, so right here is my new Experian score for May. I'm at a 669 now. All right, so that's a good thing. Now, the purpose of me doing this video is actually not necessarily to tell you about my credit score with Experian. It's actually to let you know that I actually. So the purpose of this video is actually to let you know that I got that collection removed. Here it is right here. It actually came off of my TransUnion on the 4th. So with this collection removed, my Vantage score actually jumped. My Vantage score was actually at 619. A Vantage score actually jumped 50 points. All right, it actually went up a point, but I'm not going to count that. I'm just going to go from 619 to 669. So my TransUnion Vantage jumped from 619 to a 669. So it jumped 50 points. All right. Now, I don't know what my actual FICO score is with TransUnion yet. I don't even know what the FICO score is for Equifax right now is for May, because it hasn't come out yet. It's actually, I got 2 days. So I'll check it again in 2 days. But I don't know what the new score is yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to jump significantly. I know I'm not going to be at 600. I can tell you that. So I'm interested to know. I'm very anxious actually to know, since this collection was removed, where my score jumped to, because my Experian is at a 669 now for my FICO 8. And if my TransUnion, not my TransUnion, if my Experian is at a 669, I'm pretty sure that my Equifax is well into the 670s now. So with that being the case, since my TransUnion was the lowest, I'm interested to know where it jumped to, because at first I was at I believe I was at a 650 when it dropped. Remove those collections. Click the link in the description, 40% off. $747 you're going to get it. It's an instant download. Easily dispute items in your credit reports with the Easy Disputes templates. Includes 4 templates and simple instructions. You're going to get the instructions on how to dispute collections in your reports. How to get your 3 credit reports and scores. That's all 3 credit reports and scores from Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Where to send your letters to. Personal information update letter template. 2 different collection dispute letter templates. You're going to get the follow-up dispute letter template. Go ahead, download these templates. You click the 40% off link in the description. You get it for $747 instant download. Okay, yeah, so here's my scores in January. In January, I was at a 674 with Experian. I was at a 684 with Equifax, and I was at a 663 with TransUnion. So I was on pace until that collection hit. All right, that was back in January. Now in February, you see I was at a 690 with Experian. I was at a 690, and I was at a 686 with Equifax. But here is when the drop started. This is when the collection hit. So it tanked me in February. All right, so that's pretty much going on with that. Now, of course, this is what you guys here to see. You're here to see the letter I used to get the collection off. It's a very simple letter. The letter is here. How you will format the letter, you're going to have the date up here. You're going to have your name, address, social security number, your date of birth, and if you have the file number to the report you're going to use, put the file number here. And this is with TransUnion. Some people call it a file number, some call it something else, but file number be just fine. They can use that. So you can put the file number here. You put the address of the credit bureau here. This is TransUnion, but you can, as long as you have Equifax and Experian, you can put the address here as well. And it's going to be for whoever the debt, whatever the collection is, or the debt collection, whatever. This is the format I use pretty much for all of my disputes. So whatever dispute you use the same format. Okay, and I just alter the letter, right? The body portion of it, I'll alter that to fit whatever I'm disputing, right? But the letter reads, I noticed that RGS Financial has been added to my file. I have not had any dealings with this company nor any affiliates of this company. I could be mistaken, but to ensure that this collection is accurate, I would like to see the original binding contract with my handwritten signature. The signature cannot be electronic, as I will have to physically sign, as it appears to be for a bank account or financial instrument. It will have to be hand signed by me. If any such document is not available, then this item must be deleted immediately. Furthermore, anything other than a copy of the original signed contract will be insufficient. A copy of a bill or statement with my name is not considered evidence that I owe this debt. If such a document is in RGS Financial's possession, that is in direct violation of the FCRA. Therefore, this item must be deleted immediately. Lastly, RGS Financial was recently removed from my Experian file for the exact same reason. This account should have never been added to TransUnion and must be deleted immediately. I have RGS Financial, the account number, and reported balance. If this request is not met in a timely manner, RGS Financial must delete my... If this request is not met in a timely manner, RGS Financial must be deleted from my file. Thank you. You add your full name. Never sign. Do not sign anything. All you have to do is type your name. All right. Never sign it. All right. So that's the letter. All right. And with this, what I also did is I printed out the deleted file information from Experian website. Let me show you. All right. So here it is right here. So this is what I sent them a copy of. I printed this out and sent this in with my dispute. All right, because I needed that evidence. So right here it says RGS Financial. Here's the account number. This item was removed from your credit report. Please review your report for the details. All right, you can contact RGS Financial. I mean, why would you do that? But it was deleted right here. It says deleted after your dispute. This item was removed from your credit report. Before dispute, this was on here. All right, so this was in 2020, and this was removed back then. All right, so they see that it was removed, so there's no point in them keeping it on my file. All right, so again, let's go with the letter. You guys can use this letter. I won't say use it exact, but if you have to, go right ahead, but make sure you format it your own way. Remember, have the name, address, city, state, social security number, date of birth, the file number, the name and address of the credit agency or credit bureau that you're sending to, the name of the company that you're disputing. Here's your body. And you can word it kind of like this. Don't do it verbatim. Make it your own. It has to sound like you as a real person, okay? I'm pretty sure they have this in the system already. Remember, the credit agencies or credit bureaus, they don't like templates. So you want to make it as far as a template as possible. You don't want it to be a template. You want it to, because I send in a lot of my disputes kind of like this. But I change them up because I don't want it to be seen as a template within the system. So you have to change it up, make it your own. All right, so then you have the financial, well, not the financial, but the company you're disputing, and you know, at the end you let them know what it is you want to do. You notice in every paragraph I say it must be deleted. I want them to delete the item, which is what they did ultimately. Okay, ultimately the item was deleted. I got the result that I wanted. As you can see right here, I got the result that I wanted. Collection account dropped off. Collection account dropped off. It didn't drop off. It was deleted. All right. This account was deleted. All right. And remember, this, I saw this on a Vantage score website. All right. And here it is again. All right. TransUnion right here. Based on TransUnion data, credit changes. My score jumped up 669. See, remember I told you it jumped up 50 points. It was at a 619. This was on May 4th, May 5th. My TransUnion credit report. Bam. RGS Financial. Collections account removed. All right. So the letter actually works. Okay, the letter works. Now I'll make another video, and with that video, I'm going to talk about a letter that I just sent this past Monday, and that letter was to update my account information again because it wasn't done thoroughly to my liking. For some reason they keep removing my actual name and putting another. I don't understand. So, and it's mainly TransUnion that's doing it, to be honest. And they also have some addresses on there that I want removed. So I sent another letter. Is laying out how I want it done, but also the letter is mainly to remove. I have a fraud alert on all three credit bureaus. So I actually sent the letter to remove the fraud alert. All right. And I also have a fraud alert and a freeze on Equifax. So the letter is basically addressing with all three just in case. So it's trying to remove the actual 7-year fraud alert. That was from when I had to get a Sprint account off my credit report because it wasn't mine and they wouldn't remove it. So I had to do a FTC, identity theft report through FTC, and it came off immediately. I think I did a video about that, but it came off immediately when I did the identity theft. But with that being the case, they put a fraud alert for 7 years on my credit report. This was back in 2018. So when I called Equifax to remove the fraud alert, it actually said they actually said I had to send in a letter with my identity information, all that good stuff. I'll go through that with it in the next video. But you have to send with the fraud alert removal request and the freeze removal request, and also to update your information. And I also want to update my employment and my salary. Okay, so I sent all that in to update on my credit report so it can reflect. That's going to help tremendously with trying to get credit as far as having the salary and your employment updated. All right, you want to have all that other stuff removed. You only have that. You only want to have that one job. Since I'm self-employed, it has self-employed on there and some other stuff. So now I'm just going to update that to me being a manager of operations of my company. Not gonna. It says the name of my company, and I'm the manager of operations, and have the salary I make on there. Okay, so that's going to be the next video. Again, I'm going to update that, as well as I'm going to discuss that as what I'm going to update about my credit scores for my updated FICOs. Okay. So thanks for watching. All right, hope you get some information out of this. Let me put this up. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope this letter helps you. Hope you get a bunch of items removed. And yo, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to It's Oasis. Share the video. Check out the links in the description. And hey, let's get this money.